Prix Tier 3 today. It's round 9 out of 13 for our Season 1 championship. Full grid here as we only have to bring in one or two reserve drivers to fill in those seats. Everyone showing up in numbers. Almost every teammate pairing is here. We're going to have an interesting race, dynamic weather here at the German Grand Prix, and it looks like we are getting some rain at the end of this race.
Boy.
Heavy rain. So cloudy all during the race, and then heavy rain at the end, according to the screen of Alfa Romeo pilot Fallen Monkeys, who's right next to me here.
A little inside look there.
Exactly, a little inside look. So let's just get the right info up on the screens here. We got our first drivers heading out. I think that's Killing for Cash. We got Matt, who's leaving the pit lane. That's Damsey in the Toro Rosso. There's quite a few
Luke
drivers
is the
out
first
here.
out.
Yeah, so we'll stay on board with the Alfa Romeo here. A couple different drivers. Let me just I'll let you talk a little bit about what to expect here for the race, especially knowing that we're going to get rain at the end. And I'm just going to get this stream shared all over the place.
Yeah, and before I start to mention things about the race, I mentioned it yesterday during the ISRL Tier 2 race in Belgium that especially during these weird, confusing times with this virus going around, we hope not only everyone's staying safe, but we're hoping that we can kind of give you a bit of an escape. Wow, look at that. Luke Knock goes straight into the wall trying to warm up his tires. He's out of qualifying.
Yeah, right early,
and he's parked
out.
right next to the racing line. Hopefully that'll get ghosted here soon. But as I was saying, hopefully
he's right in the middle of the track there.
Yeah, hopefully live streaming these esports races hopefully gives some of y'all who are scared, nervous, or just confused, hopefully give y'all a little bit of an escape, something to look forward to, and just hope everyone out there is being safe and taking the precautions necessary. But for the race, you know, it's interesting. During a previous race in Tier 1 that I had participated in Hungary, we had rain forecasted for about the last 2-3 laps.
Yeah,
but it was cloudy.
Today it's 3 raindrops on the graph.
Oh.
Not 1, but 3 raindrops on the graph.
There you
That's
go.
Heavy rain. We're expecting very heavy rain at the end here.
It's going to switch things up, but the point that I'm saying is that the rain in that race started on lap 3, and we had it throughout the entire race, and it started cloudy just like this, so it'll be interesting. We for sure will have heavy rain at the end, but when exactly will the rain start? Will it stick to what it says? We got a lot of people retiring here. Joseph, he's retired, just exiting the pit lane. What's going on here? We had Luke Knock who crashed, Damsey, I think, retired, and now Joseph, he's retired as well, and what looks like the same spot as Damsey.
I think maybe getting a little bit loose coming out of turn 1. So where's Killing for Cash here? As he goes fastest. Oh, but Matt beats him right after. Yeah, they're just coming out of turn 1 there. That's where the McLaren went off. Not sure what's happening. Probably just a couple drivers getting caught out with cold tires. Maybe unfamiliarity with the circuit. It's their first laps of the race weekend here. And, you know, just they're not warmed up. They're not in the zone yet. Put a little bit too much power and off they go. So,
taking
not the best start here.
Taking a quick look at the standings going into this race, our championship leader so far is Jair. He, in that racing point, got a pretty considerable margin between him and UK Coxey, who sits in second. 28 points separate the first and second place. Coxey is closely followed by Estunik and Blend Machine, who in just, 3 or 4 races has already jumped all the way up into 4th position in the championship standings.
Still in the pits right now. That's Estunik, who's trying to get at the top of the championship order right now. He's close. He's where are these standings here?
He is standing at 66 points and 34 points behind
so,
our championship.
A win over Jair, that can easily get him closer to the title. He did have a win last week, on track
He did.
win. But yeah, he won the on track on Singapore. He crossed the line first, but because of a penalty, he got dropped down below Jer. That penalty was then removed because it was unworthy, and
Deemed to be unworthy.
yeah, deemed to be
exactly.
unworthy. And but so did Jer. So they both ended up just kind of leapfrogging their own improved times, and the results stayed the same essentially.
Another thing that we're going to see a lot is I was just watching Catastrophic start his first time lap. I almost completely forgot about it. It's that tricky and dangerous first corner that is just so hard to get the right line and to time your braking correctly, get back on the gas, and not go too far wide. You will get that track invalidation, or you will spin. We saw it a lot during Tier 1 and Tier 2's races here. Definitely going to want to keep an eye on that for sure, as Catastrophic just proved my point there.
Yeah. Klunenberg out on the hards. Not sure if he intends on
Got a lot of drivers
qualifying on those, or he's just doing a quick out lap, just to warm those tires up.
It looks like we've got 4 or 5 drivers who are going out first on the hards.
I mean, Jordan JT, he's not setting a bad lap time there on the 114.
No,
that would outqualify some people for sure. Obviously, he's not challenging Matt, who's got a 112.3 at the top of the standings. He's kind of far from everyone else. But Jer hasn't set a lap time yet. Studik hasn't set a meaningful lap time yet. And a lot of these top contenders here aren't on the table yet. So he should see a bit of a challenge, I would think, by the end of this qualifying.
That's a really good lap, especially on hard tires for Klunberg.
Yeah, 114.3. Well, it's right on par with Jordan right there. So those two drivers showing some strong pace early. Matt's our pole leader. He's on his out lap right now. Is there anyone further along?
Oh, wow. Catastrophic has gone around for a spin at that turn 1 once again. He gets it back going.
Yeah, he's getting back on that circuit. Takes out a little billboard for good measure.
It's just for show. Don't need it.
Yep, exactly. Terminal Deity starting his out lap right now in the Renault. He's down in P15 right now, but he hasn't set an actual lap yet. He had a little bit of oversteer coming out of that corner, I think. Did not get the best line. He's coming through turns 2 and 3 here down the back straight. And let's get his telemetry up here, see how he's doing.
Was just scrolling around a couple drivers on their outlaps, and right now Criminal Die is the only one who has not had it invalidated.
Yeah, came close there as he gets very wide on the exit of the hairpin. There's a yellow flag coming up ahead. I think that's just a Mercedes pulling over on the side. Nothing to worry about here. Good line through this corner as he's exploring sector 2 to get as much track as possible there. So far, so good. He's at a 51.2 coming out of sector 2. Still his first lap, so hard to say how good he's doing for his true pace right now, but he's been keeping it clean, and he's coming around the final 2 turns here. Very easy to invalidate, going wide on the exit there. Both of those turns, really, but he navigates it very well. Goes 5th fastest on the mediums. So, strong lap time from him, 1:14.13. He's definitely showing some early pace here. We're going to tune in with... who's on a good lap right now?
Blend
I think
Machine?
we got Mats, actually. On a hot lap at the end of turn 2 and 3 there. He's on the back straight. He's a little bit up on his time, 0.06 of a second, but there's definitely more time to be made. Just means he navigated the track pretty well. Pretty close to how he did it on his first lap. Not sure if he made any mistakes. We weren't riding on board with him there, but I think he had a tow from one of the Toro Rossos, if I remember. I think he was behind one of those cars for a little bit of the track. So I have to check out if that affects his lap time at all. It doesn't look like it. He's actually going, it's almost 3/10 faster. Goes a little bit wide on that corner. He's got a fastest sector 2 though. Good lap time so far from Mats. He's going to be coming around here. Let's see what he can do. in the last 2 corners. Good line so far. Takes as much track as he dares, but keeps all 4 wheels on the track. He's gonna be crossing the line. That's a high 111.
Wow.
Very good lap time
Wow.
from Mats. 111.8. Excellent lap. He solidifies his hold on P1. There's no one within 2 seconds, a second and a half of him already. So yeah, he's showing his early pace here for Mercedes' home race. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than the real life version. Astunik needs to get up there. Astunik, this is his second qualifying attempt on these hard tires.
Interesting. He's on, wow, 4 laps of it too. Is a little
Yeah, this is his 5th lap on those hard tires.
Oh, he's gonna go for it now. Yeah.
I think he's just gonna he's just setting lap time. You know what I think he's doing? I think he's setting his lap times on these, right? Just get the groove in qualifying. He's gonna qualify on the mediums, and he's gonna go on a medium soft or something like that.
Yeah.
He probably saw the rain in the race, and he knows that he needs to have that second pit stop near the end when everyone's gonna be switching on to inters if he wants to maximize his race time or minimize his race time.
Yeah, and I'm not sure the exact lifespan of these hard tires, but with that rain looming and the exact timing unknown of when it will come, is some of these drivers thinking maybe just go from hard to enter? Is that crossing their mind? Personally, I don't think it's possible, but you know, it all depends on, 1, the lifespan, and 2, the ability of these drivers to conserve their tires.
I would have assumed that more drivers start on the softs, especially if they did see that there was rain. I'm sure word got around the paddock that very quickly that it was raining as soon as everyone logged in and switched over. And
wow,
he actually improves to 8th fastest. He's got super strong pace. Those are 6-lap-old hard tires. At this
Both
point.
of the racing points go 2nd and 3rd before Ikovacic jumps up to 2nd.
And Jer on hard tires. He might be looking to start the race on those hard tires as well.
What a lap from Jer on 2-lap-old hard tires. He's 3rd, only a second and 2/10 behind Matt.
Is that comparable to Matt's lap time? What's the gap between?
It's 1.2.
Right? Yeah,
1.2 seconds between Matt's and Jer. That's a very good lap.
Gap.
Yeah,
between softs and hards, I would think.
It's still yes.
Yeah. So we're looking at similar race pace here from the top. Catastrophic goes 2nd fastest in the Ferrari.
Wow.
So he sets very good lap time indeed.
His
we
teammates
have one
on
of the
a hot lap
racing
too.
Points. Is Coxie on a hot lap? Yes, he is. He's 3/10 up on his time. So good for him so far. Should he keep this pace, that should bring him up to about 9. But there's still a lot of time to be gained in Sector 3. As we know, he has the fastest Sector 2, or at least that's what my mini-map was telling me. And so we might actually be looking at a pretty good lap time on the mediums here from UK Cox as he's rounding around the final corner. And he's going to be going 7th
run out of fuel or something?
Not bad. Right behind Killing for Cash.
Looked like he slowed down a little bit. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it
might
looked
have
like
been
he
a
slowed.
little bit of lag too. Not sure what that was about, but good lap time from Coxie on those medium tires. He's had a tough string of races, looking to get those points in. Spoon, Blinn Machine, J. Mario haven't set a lap time yet. They're all in the pit lane. Spoon did tell me he's not going to qualify. He doesn't do that when he reserves. He is in our Tier 2 now. So he would rather start at the back and not impede the front of those regular drivers. Not a bad idea if...
yeah, no kidding. Especially, that was my strategy actually here. Especially knowing that you're going to have, you know, if you don't qualify on the first or second row, you're going to have cars in front of you going into turn 1. And it's a huge unknown as to what's going to happen. So take it easy, see what happens there, and then just work your way through it for the rest of the race after that.
And actually, I don't hate that idea at all as maybe something to implement in the future here. Maybe not letting reserve drivers qualify. We'll have to ask.
That is a good point.
The guys, I think that might be something people can get behind.
Terminal Daidi looks like he's just starting a hot lap along with his teammate. A couple drivers on an out lap.
This is the Williams here. I think
Williams.
they're working on the toe.
Yeah, we saw that actually yesterday. Tier 2 in Belgium,
Oh,
both of the Alfa Romeos did a very good job
yeah.
of giving each other some slipstream
Actually,
down the back straight.
both Williams are actually on an outlap, so they timed that all wrong. They're going to be getting in each other's ways
Yeah.
more than
Oh yeah.
anything here. Terminal, I think that's one of the Renaults about to cross the line here. Uh, Kluenberg starting his lap. Terminal Deity about to start his.
No, Klumberg's about to put a lap time in it. Yeah, he goes up to ninth fastest. Terminal died.
Yeah.
He's about to do the same thing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that is their lap. Terminal Deity
Wow,
goes third. So
third fastest.
strong pace here. 1:12.4. He's right behind Catastrophic in second. About 2/10
Muddock
ahead of
is
fourth place. He's not going to have enough time to do another lap time. So that's where his qualifying ends. George JT starting his hot lap on the mediums. I think he's intending to
Muddock
start the
actually
race
is.
on those.
Sorry to cut you off, but he was on a hot lap, but it has been invalidated.
Unfortunately, invalidated.
Oh,
The
we
two
got a Red Bull
Williams
off.
are starting.
Jamie
There's
Mario.
that's Jay Mario facing the wrong way, coming out of turn one. You don't want
Not
to be
where
looking
you
that
want to
way.
be stopped. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's a horrible place to be parked at.
Someone else goes a little bit wide. They're going to get a big view of the Red Bull. You don't
All right,
want
so
that raised to DNF.
one of the Williams has invalidated his lap.
So he's
Looks
slowed
like yours
down. He's let his
co-catch.
teammate by. We have that's one of the Renaults not looking the right way. I think that's
Terminal died.
Terminal Deity, because I'm on board with Clune right now, and he's looking all good, all things considered. It's one of the racing points about to finish his lap. He's going to dive into the pits. The other one's starting their lap right now. Where's this Ferrari here? That's UK Cox.
Yours co-catch is on a very, very good lap. He's set purple first and middle sectors.
Right on board with him. Yuri, you say? Or
Sorry,
Ikovacic.
Ikovacic.
Yeah. It's right on board with Ikovacic. He's the Williams that didn't invalidate his lap time. He's going to be coming across the line. That's a very good lap time. He's going to be going second fastest, 1:12.114 for the Williams.
This is interesting. This is interesting. We've seen a lot of drivers who have really, really good first two sectors, and then not that they lose it all. They just they lose enough to where they can't snatch that pole position away in the final sector.
Yeah.
Blood Machine up to third.
Blood Machine on his first and looking like only lap time here. That's one of the racing points crossing the line now. I do think, yeah, they're still going to get a lap time in. They crossed just in time. Let's see. Kluenberg rounding the final corner here, trying to set a lap time on those used mediums. Actually up on his time. He's going to be going 8th, so he improves ever so slightly on those used mediums. We have Stunik.
Muddock was able to get a lap in, or he's able to start his final lap. That's interesting. The clock was at 0.
To set a lap time here. And he's going to improve his lap with a 1:11.5 across. Excellent qualifying from the Mercedes, showing his pace. We got Killing for Cash coming across the line. He's going to improve his time. Goes 9th fastest. Yuri crossing the line now. Improves his time, goes 7th fastest. That's going to knock Killing for Cash down. Jamer Mario goes 14th. So lots of guys upping their time here late in qualifying. He's going to dive into the pits. I think that's Jer coming across the line now. Yep. Going very wide on the exit. Non-validating this time, goes 4th fastest. Everyone's just one-upping each other here at the end of qualifying. That's Catastrophic facing the wrong way in the grass, binning it on his final qualifying attempt. Kludenberg on those used mediums. I don't think he's going for it anymore.
Comes Muddock.
Muddock not going to improve his time on those used softs. That means he's starting the race on those used softs, I think. So not a good thing for him. Catastrophic retires after he pulls into the sand bin there. Matt's crossing the line.
Luckily not the skating rink.
And he's all done. So I think that's everyone crossing the line for our qualifying. Other drivers who are on an outlap probably just dove back into the pits. Excellent action here at the end. Mats and Ikovacic on the front row with Blue Machine and Jer following close behind in the second row. So Matt's absolutely dominating the qualifying here. No one else getting a 111, and he's halfway through the 111s. He's going to be the force this race, I think. And we're going to, if he can survive turn one, we might see him just cruise off in the distance here.
But if that is so, you got to take into effect not only safety cars, that's a given, but the rain again. Will that throw a wild card into this race for Matt?
It very well could. Rain, anything, is always extremely unpredictable. As soon as there's a little bit of moisture on that track, the pit strategy and the calls that you make become so much more important. Because if you stay a lap out, or too early or too long, the conditions can change pretty quickly. Yeah, and you can easily lose 2 to 3 tenths. So we could see drivers who are just idling in the midfield here jump all the way to the front after that round of pit stops if it does start raining in this race. We know the weather report's pretty unreliable sometimes. Yeah. We've seen it. It says it's going to rain at 45, and then on lap 4, first droplets start to happen, right? So
will someone try and pull a Lance Stroll pit for or reverse it, pit for enters at the right time, move up from the midfield up into the top positions?
Kvyat, one of the other drivers who did that actually ended up with an even better result as he snagged the podium from Stroll in those dying laps. We could see some drama like this here in Germany. We're going to get some rain at the end. Right now, the sky is cloudy, a little bit of sun here and there, so we're looking at conditions that should change rather rapidly throughout this race. And so far, we like, even though qualifying's done, and even though everyone's set their lap times, we've seen their pace, we're not sure what's going to happen because of that rain, that uncertainty.
Yeah, I would be on my toes. I would be very, very aware, and actually, quite nervous isn't the word, but anxious as to, is this going to mess up my certain strategies? Is it going to come earlier or later than I thought it would, So you gotta just always be aware. And it, as strange as it sounds, looking up at the sky, is it changing? Is it getting darker sooner than you thought? Always be aware of,
It's looking rather sunny right now. I don't think the drivers have too much to worry about for the first couple laps, but going to be keeping an eye out on that cloud cover, as some dark clouds are going to be rolling in sooner rather than later. Is there? Let's see. We're looking down the field here. We got Matt in pole, Ikovic in second, Blinn Machine in third, and Jair in fourth. That's expected. Those guys have shown super strong pace so far in Tier 3. They're always near the front of that grid, always putting in excellent lap times, and I can see that happening. Catastrophic hasn't been that close to the front so far this season, so he's kind of a surprise for me personally.
He put on a good show yesterday as well.
Maybe he's having a good weekend or something. We're gonna have to see what he can do this race, as they're coming across near the end of the formation lap. As Stunek in seventh, I can see him skipping some positions early on this race, as he was very good in Singapore, but he also started from around the midfield, I think. So he's going to be a driver to look out for. Kloonberg, who had an okay race last week until his unfortunate DNF. And then we got some guys in the back here just looking to set some good lap times. Spoon in 20th. He did not qualify. He's going to be looking to carve up the field, get through the order, get to the front as quick as possible. He's on the medium tires in the back there. The drivers lining up on the grid. We're gonna get the start soon. I'm gonna turn over to the real race here on the second screen that Fallen Monkeys is on. Lights are, they're still waiting, and the lights are gonna go on right now. That's 4, 5 lights. And they're off here in Germany. That's a
we
jump
got
start
action at
for
the back.
Joseph. Lots of chaos already as they're about to go 4 wide. There's contact in the front there. That's a racing point. And the Williams spinning as they try to go 3 wide through turn 1. They're going to get passed by absolutely everyone. We're going to get a safety car right away here as
That was inevitable from the start.
No one wanted to back out there. Joseph Kosi jumps to start. He's going to get a drive-through for that one. He's already in last. I think he pulled over to the side.
Kelly for Cash made a dive bomb into turn 1, took out, looks like UK Coxey. But then there was Cozy spinning around again, another Williams, so huge carnage on the first corner. Yeah, Damsey has made up 12 positions from his 19th starting position up into 7th.
Damsey having an excellent start, just navigating through the carnage there, probably just picked the route and then sent it through. That was Blind Machine and Blind Machine and Jer getting excellent starts. They were 4 wide at one point after the start, and Blind Machine made the smart decision to bail out of that. The other 3 just went, no, this is my corner, and it just turned into unfortunate contact as the Williams getting pinched between the Racing Point and the Mercedes of Mats, and then ultimately spinning out both himself and the Racing Point.
I was going to say, the complete opposite end of the spectrum, like Kovacic has lost 15 spots from his 2nd starting position.
So Kovacic, he's going to have to pit, I assume. Jer as well, I think they both took some damage. No, Jer's looking fine, so I think Jer just ended up spinning out. But Kovacic is definitely going to be diving in the pits. I saw bits of his front wing fly off. Looking okay on the cameras, but he's going to pit anyways. A couple of guys pitting. Yuri is pitting as well. He's the Williams whose front wing I saw fly off, so I think there was some contact made between the 2 teammates. And they're going to double stack in the pit lane. That's unfortunate. Damsey with an excellent start. I would love to see a replay from his perspective. He's up 12 places. Spoon going from P20 to P12, going up 8 places off the start, and then Klunberg and Muddock and Jamer Mario both picking up 5 places apiece. So a lot of drivers staying clean here through turn 1, staying clear of the trouble ahead. Not sure what happened with Killing for Cash and UK Coxey. We're going to have to wait till one of these drivers reports the incident. But yeah, like you said,
I actually
there's been
saw
a contact, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. I only caught the tail end of really the start of it all, but it looked like the Red Bull made an interesting decision to dive down the inside of turn 1 and just clip the rear right tire and of UK Coxey and just send them both for a spin.
And so it's maybe would you say punishable driving or just?
I think there was already carnage in front of them, so I think you might have to just usually. You might have to have a discussion, but I think since there was already so much going on in front of him, we might have to just let that one slide as a racing incident.
So early race safety car here, literally as early as you can get it as the drivers were rounding turn 1 on lap 1. There was a bit of contact and debris on the racetrack. You can't expect to see too many people pitting this early in the race outside of maybe people that put more laps than they should have on their qualifying set. It looks like most people staying out on their tires. This is actually going to be kind of a disadvantage to the guys out front, but as they're going to have to pit earlier on those soft tires than 5th all the way to the 17th. So I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that they're not jumping on this, giving up track position, but getting those medium tires on. They're going to have to pit eventually.
Especially with the rain coming.
Yeah. It is looking very sunny right now. They probably feel like they might be able to do a soft or soft medium, and then turns out this race was a 2-stop all along. Don't know that. We don't have those tire stats, that tire data in front of us, but I'm sure they have a reason, as none of them pit. Yeah, very interesting. This should play well into the hands of these guys here, like Astunik, who's our leading medium tire runner. As soon as those tires fall off, he's going to have quite a bit more pace in them. And let's see, who's on the restart here, I think we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to pay some attention to Damsey in that Toro Rosso. When you say it, he starts all the way at the back. He's already up into P7. I don't know how he did it. I didn't see him do it, but he's already up 12 spots.
Catastrophic. Was rearing to go, nearly tapped the back of the Renault Terminal Daddy. Blade Machine's already right on the back of Matt's, looking for a possible overtake. Oh, his Terminal Daddy's gone around.
Terminal Daddy spins out at turn 1.
Oh no,
and that's two of them. That's a Red Bull of Gamer Mario. As he's going backwards on the straight, not daring turn, as everyone just zooms on either side of him. That was
the Williams
spectacular.
Of co-catch. I would love to have seen that from his onboard camera. It was like the Matrix. I don't know how he got through all of that.
As Blue Machine puts in early pressure on Mats in the front there. Catastrophic hoping that these two can fight, lose some time so he can get in the mix. But Terminal Deity spins out of 4th place. That lets Asunic go up into 4th. Everyone else moves up a spot. He's their first DNF of the day. Not the race he wanted from that Renault. He had good qualifying pace. He's had a good first couple laps, although they were all behind safety car. And just probably getting caught out in cold tires there in turn 1.
Take a little bit of a breather right now. Got a lot of action going on
early, yeah. Jordan getting close to Kloonberg, who's getting close to Damsey, so we're going to have a little bit of a battle for 5th place going on right now. Right here as Kloonberg, is he going to go for a move down the inside here? No, he's not. He's going to think better of that. He's just going to wait. He's got a DRS zone. I don't think DRS is open just yet, but he should still get a good, solid split stream. He's going to get closer. That's Jordan. Yeah, Jordan lost a lot of time in that battle. He's actually kind of falling closer and closer to the cars behind Kloonberg, showing a lot of patience there, not going for an overtake. He was very close to that Toro Rosso, but not close enough, I think, as he's got a long race ahead of him. There's no sense in going for that early move. Look at how much he's closing in under braking there, braking very late behind that Toro Rosso, and getting a little bit in the dirty air there. It goes a little bit wide, and that lets Jordan GT catch up to the back of him as these guys start to file down.
Wow. What? Wow. I don't know if you saw that pass from Spoon on his teammate. It was incredible.
I think I quite get the feeling of what happened there. I went around the outside, I think, because I saw Muddock react, but I didn't get the overtake.
We got around the inside, but Fallen Monkeys
is off in the back. Doesn't lose too many places to that. He's down to P16. But yeah, Spoon just making up those positions. He's going to be fighting for the lead sooner rather than later. And Jer getting close to Muddock now, so Muddock might be in danger. Oh, Jer goes for it, gets the nose in, gets some better acceleration. He's going to go for the switchback here, but Muddock holds on just a little bit longer. But Jer is going to go with DRS now. Does he have DRS?
He does.
He does, yeah. So with the DRS gets past, and now that's the deck going down on Muddock. Muddock losing place after place. Joseph Kosey's out of the session, but Muddock goes from 8th to 11th in the span of half a lap. So unfortunate for him, but there's no defense there. There's no defending the position. Yuki Coxey getting close to killing for cash. We're going to go right back up the field here. Kloonberg still hunting Damsey for P5. Everyone at the front is kind of just running their own race right now. Do you know what happened to Joseph there? I think that's a turn 1 incident, right?
Yeah, I didn't quite. Yeah, he retired at turn 1, but I didn't see what happened to him. But we can only assume how 90% of the drivers who retire at turn 1.
Very tricky corner. You're trying to take it full out, basically. You can take it flat out in certain conditions here. You kind of want to do that every time, but you shouldn't. So a lot of these guys, they just end up sending it a little bit too quick, and the rear end just steps out on you. There's not much you can do.
Astunic doesn't get Catastrophic for third place.
Going for a move on Catastrophic. They're wheel to wheel going to the hairpin. Astunic going to break. He's going to give him just enough room, but he's going to get the better exit. Catastrophic on that softer compound tire. He's going to slot in behind the Mercedes. he going to be putting an attack on this corner? He's getting a little bit closer, looks to the inside, goes for it, sends it down. They make contact, but Catastrophic backs out of that one, gives up the position. So Mercedes in third and first. They're looking at a double podium so far as Stunek, strong pace on those medium tires, gets past the Ferrari of Catastrophic. Now Catastrophic's going to be stuck in that dirty air. He's on the soft tires. He gets a little bit loose coming out of that corner, and that should let Damsey close in on him.
Up to fifth, looking at fourth, and he's going to get fourth.
He's going to get fourth as Catastrophic dives into the pits, the first one of our soft tire cars to pit here. And Damsey gets fourth. Klunenberg is in fifth, and George JT in sixth as they're chasing down our top guys. And this is just playing perfectly for Stunek. We're seeing those soft tire runners pitting right now, and he's right behind our leaders on the medium tires. And Blind Machine, I think, is going to go for a move. Yes, he is. He gets the DRS. He's going to go down the inside. Matt not giving up. They're both giving each other plenty of room. They're being very respectful here. No elbows out this early in the race as Blind Machine takes the position. Matt's decided he's not going to fight this one just yet. Save those tires. They probably are planning on pitting soon. They don't want to lose too much time. But yeah, like I was saying, Stunek, he's 2.8 seconds behind. He's got tires that are going to last longer into the race, and evidently he's got more pace than them right now. So he's looking like a very solid contender early for the win. But what he has to avoid here is losing too much time to Damsey, who's already in fourth and already chasing down on the Mercedes. Look at that. Excellent drive from the Toro Rosso driver so far.
Absolute charge up in the field so far.
As they both go wide, Damsey picks up a penalty there, but not. I don't think that's going to matter too much on his attack here as he dives down the inside. He's going to have to give him a little bit of room as Stunek gets the inside line on the next corner. They went side by side there through turns 1 and 2, and now Damsey's going to try to drag race him all the way down this back straight. Damsey's going to get the faster straight line speed with that DRS, but as Stunek, I don't think he's going to give up. He's going to send it deep. Here's going to go for the switchback, I think. Yes, he is, as he gets the later apex, gets the better acceleration, and they're almost side by side here into the next turn. This is excellent racing. As Stunek with the inside line gets a little bit of grass there, he's going to lose some time as he didn't want to make any contact. And now that's Klunberg right behind him as we're getting a safety car here. Not sure what that's for. Oh, that's one of the race. That's Muddock. Who's gone deep here, makes contact with, that's a Ferrari. Is that Catastrophic and Muddock getting in a bit of an incident? Or is that Coxey? That's UK Coxey. So something happened between those two. We got a lot of debris on the track, and that's a shame. It just came to interrupt one of our... Oh, that was such a good battle.
Damsey has gone from, what was it, 19th to 2nd in 9 laps.
Matt's in the pit here.
Incredible.
Yeah, so
Damsey is the leader of the race.
Damsey with
from 19th
18
to first
position gains in 10 laps. He started 19.
That's crazy.
That's plus 18, and he's in the lead of this race. Excellent race from Damsey. Where did he grab that extra position? Did Catastrophic hit it
Blind
already?
Machine pit. And Blind Machine pit out of second place.
Yeah.
Or out of second place, yeah. And then somebody just pit out of who was in the lead? Matt was in the lead. He just went onto the hard tires. So
yeah, so Damsey getting promoted.
I find it hard to believe that Damsey could have possibly imagined that after 10 laps he'd be leading this race.
No, but he's been racing this perfectly so far. He's on the better tire strategy. He's in the front behind the safety car. He's be dictating the pace, and the next guy on the new tires behind him is Matt's in 7th, and he's on the hards, which is still a slower tire at this point in the race. So all the cards are in his hand right now. For that Toro Rosso. He's looking excellent so far. Early driver of the week nominee here. Even if he DNFs next lap, I think he deserves a shout, but obviously we prefer results over heroics. But yeah, under safety car here. I'm going to tune in with Fallen Monkeys for a second. What does Jeff say about the weather? Rain in about 5 minutes, according to Fallen Monkeys, who's our Alfa Romeo driver.
Just about to point out, I was just about to point out the sky's looking a little bit darker.
So about 5 minutes, Carter. Tell us about the implications as I do something that's definitely filling up my water bottle.
Implications. Well, let's see. The top six. This is actually. I'm completely in the blue right now. I would usually say that the top six would have an advantage, but if or excuse me, Mats would have an advantage on the newer tire or on the fresher tire. But if it's gonna rain in 5 minutes, that just throws that advantage out the window, because I think that these guys on the medium tires could go for another 5 more minutes on that tire.
Yeah,
probably not at the same pace that Mats will, but since it's coming supposedly in such a short amount of time, that advantage for Mats, I think, is either gone or diminished a lot.
Another important thing to consider too is that the rain might come in all at once. It might come in so slow that we don't worry about it until lap 30, right? It might just be drizzling for the next 20 laps. So I think ultimately this hurts those guys that started on the softs and stayed on the softs the most. They're down, like Mats is in 7th, Blin Machine is in 10th, Ikovic is in 12th, all those Spoon was on the mediums though, so interesting to see him switch to the softs. So he gives up track position. He's going to get an incredibly strong pace on this restart though, as he's on the soft tires. So I could see that's a very good strategy call, I think, from Spoon.
There is one driver I want to look out for. It's Blin Machine. He's on the freshest medium tires of this pack. Will he be able to make up a couple of positions before the rain starts to come down?
Yeah, I think Mats is probably the one who's this rain is gonna screw up the strategy the most on. He's on the hard tires, right?
Exactly.
They're under safety car still, which means he's not going to get to use any of that tire's life unless it drizzles for a long time. But if it does, you want to be on a softer compound anyways, just for temperature reasons, right? So he's going to struggle, I think. He might have just thrown away what could have been a very good shot at winning this race. It's not his fault either. Just victim of the circumstances here. And had to pit at the wrong time, and he probably got the info about the rain slightly after his pit stop. So I think Spoon here should be carving up this field there. They're all on older mediums or harder tire compounds than him. So he should have no trouble carving his way up the pack here, provided it doesn't rain too quickly after this restart. Damsey leading here in Germany, Tier 3. This is round 9 out of 13. And I'm going to pull up the standings here. I want to see what the championship implications are right now. Let's see. Standings. Tier 3. So, as it stands right now, Jared's definitely extending his lead a little bit. Stunek closing. What? Oh, safety car is coming in at the end of this lap.
And it's raining. It's raining.
Did it just start raining? It is.
It's raining.
The race is restarting. It's raining. And all these guys trying to get as much temperature into their tires as possible.
This is just what I predicted. They said final couple of laps, but we're at lap 12. Here we go.
As Damsey getting a little bit loose through that corner. You can see the rain greasing up this track already as it's been cooling down rapidly here under safety car. These guys are going to start racing though. Damsey gets an excellent restart as he's already gunning it. Look at that, Kludenberg sleeping behind the wheel there. He's losing a lot of time on this restart. Jordan JT following him in the racing point. Looks like Astunek's already kind of getting close to Damsey there. He's the only guy who really followed him through that restart phase, and he's not even going to be within DRS range. I think DRS is going to close. Damsey already setting some time between him and second place. The two racing points are going to be thinking of having a go soon, but they're not yet.
Mats and the deck had a bit of a collision.
And yeah, as the deck goes wide there, coming out of the hairpin, looks like he got maybe booted off a little bit as Blinn Machine Killing for Cash trade spots. They're going to be going side by side here, and Killing for Cash hangs on around the outside. He's going to get this corner here. And excellent defense for the position there.
Here comes
as he
Machine,
goes a little bit wide. Blinn Machine gets the position after all as he switches back and
we got a car around. We do.
Of that. Yeah, and that's one of the Williams by Kovacic in those hard tires, just not getting the temperature. And I'm looking, it's starting to rain a lot harder. This rain's coming down quickly here. So Spoon, look at that, not getting the start that he wanted. Even this guy's spinning out. He's still in 13th as he lost position.
Oh, we got a gambler.
That's the Deck. So Deck far in. He's on 12 out old mediums. He's probably saying, I don't think this is working anymore. He's gonna pit. Let's see. I'm just gonna ride on board with him, see what tire he takes. And that's going to be the intermediates. So early gambler for the Deck on the intermediates. Going to switch all the way up the field here. Looks like Stunik is getting close to Damsey under this drizzle here. But yeah, I think a lot of these guys, if not at the end of this lap, at the end of the next one, are going to be on the intermediates, and we might be looking at rain all the way till the end. So. Oh, looks like that's Matt's going wide there. He's going to lose another position of Blinn Machine. So Blinn Machine's already in 6th place. Matt's drops down to 9th. And
got another gambler.
Who's in the back there?
We got Luke Knock. Luke Knock going on the
so Muddock, the Alpha Romeo as well. Got a couple of guys here on the... Ooh, we got a yellow.
Yeah, the rain's really starting to calm down now.
It's starting to calm down, so...
No, calm down. It's really starting to calm down.
Okay, I was going to say, like, I'm not sure if you're seeing the same screen I am. But looks like our top 4 is staying very close together here. They're all getting a little bit slippery. It's like Klugenberg's going to dive into the pits.
Been left out.
Yeah, so looks like the top 3 are going to dive into the pits. Jer staying out. He's probably thinking he can put in at least one good lap on these tires. We're going to ride on board with him. I want to see how slippery it is through there as he gets a big moment in turn 1.
Matt's nearly spinning around just trying to get into the pit lane.
So everyone's slipping and sliding there. Maybe Jared not making the best decision, staying on these medium tires. Spoon getting those positions that he wanted. He's still on the softs. He's in 3rd now. So if he can get a couple seconds out of this lap, might be looking at an improvement. But this actually helps a lot for those guys still on the soft tires. You should slow down before you get a Delta penalty.
I was about to say Fallen Monkeys.
Fallen Monkeys there.
Stayed out on hard tires.
Yeah, so he's probably thinking there's still a little bit of grip there. See if he can make up those couple extra tenths. This helps. Oh, Spoon almost losing it out of the hairpin. He's lucky there's a VSC because, yeah, these guys would be absolutely screwed if there wasn't a VSC right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say we should look at the differential in pace between MC and Spoon.
Look how low they have to be coming out of those corners.
Still under the VSC though, but I think once this gets back, as we are now racing again, I think Spoon is.
They're probably struggling. I think they're struggling just to stay at close to the Delta here, as Jer is looking like the only one who actually has any pace on these soft tires. He almost goes wide though, and he's so careful coming into these pits. UK Coxey should be pitting too, so that should give Damsey the lead back, as he's actually put in a little bit of a gap between himself and Stunik. And he's going to assume the lead of this race. I don't think anyone is going to be staying out for this. Fallen Monkeys diving in the pits. Jamer Mario should be diving in the pits here, and everyone's going to be on the intermediate tires probably now till the end, unless we get some heavy rain towards the end. Matt's getting a penalty. So Matt's managed to recover a little bit. He's in 7th. And he's close to Jer. So are we going to see a battle between these two? I think so. Right now we're seeing a battle between Jordan and Blinn Machine. As Jordan goes deep in the corner, almost collects the back of the McLaren, but manages to recover that, held the line steady, and the McLaren got out of the way. And they're just going to file down, not gaining or losing any time. So he definitely is the faster car. We're getting a blue flag for somebody. I'm not sure which one of the back markers. I think that's Muddock, who's already getting in the way of the leaders. Yeah, Matic going wide there as you got two cars pitting. I think there was a little bit of damage under safety car. And I think the race
We got a guy on the
should...
full wets.
Oh, that's
Luke
Lucy on the full west. So now that
Is
is
it
a
Lucy
gamble.
or is it Lucy? Am I saying it wrong?
It's, well, I think on Discord his name is
Oh, but
Luc, and then the 14 is actually an IA. So
okay.
I've taken the habit of calling him Lucy or Lucia because the 14 just kind of breaks my reading. But
I don't think I don't
yeah.
think that was the right decision. He's really
No,
struggling.
he's
It's not
struggling. He's
letting
already
up
at the
yet.
back, so he doesn't really lose much by trying it. But yeah, he's struggling back there.
And I
Full
could be
wets.
mistaken. He's the first driver this ISRL season, any tier, to put on full wet tires.
That's a lie.
Maybe in Hungary. Maybe.
But
Oh, okay.
he's the first one to put him intentionally. So you're half right. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Because
Now,
Fluff got the full
that's
wets on
right.
when he was trying
That's
to put
right.
the softs at
That's
one point.
right.
So
That's right.
yeah, we've had some incidental full wets, but never. This is the first one to put him on purpose, assuming it was on purpose. But yeah, so we'll just say he's the first for the sake of. Oh, as the racing points getting very close together. Look at that. Not afraid to fight here, Jordan and Jared. They're going to be going almost side by side. No, Jordan's going to say, you know what? Oh, that's a race. That's an Alfa Romeo of Lucy on the full wets, getting in the way there. But Jared and Jordan still fighting. Jordan, I think, decided to back out of that.
Whoa! Kluenberg had a what? Wow! Blood Machine. It looked like he was making a great move, but Kluenberg was very, very slow.
So Kluenberg getting a moment here as the racing points are still close to each other, but looks like Mats is actually going to be mounting a charge on Jordan sooner rather than later as they go through turn one. Make sure not to get too loose, and look at that exit he's got. He's going to be going side by side with him all the way into turn two here, and he's going to brake late. They're getting close, and Mats is going to force him all the way to the outside. Jordan going for the switchback, but doesn't have the pace to do
Lucy
so.
is parked on the front straightaway. Now he gets it going now.
So he's getting out of the way, apparently the slowest way possible. Not sure why he's still on the full wets. But the pace just isn't there for Lucy. We're going to ride on board with him. Yeah, look at how slow he has to go there. He's on... Yeah, he can't... yeah, you got to get off those full wets. Ikovacic DNFs here. Not sure what happened there. Where is his car? He's in turn one. So
another safety car. Wow.
Another safety car. So this, if Lucy doesn't get off the full wets here, he's doesn't know what he's doing. He's already way far back. He's like 4 laps down. He's got to get on the inters here, or he's essentially racing dangerously. But another safety car here. We're halfway through this Grand Prix, a little bit past the halfway mark, and big shakeup. But generally, that grid order hasn't changed too much, apart from Damsey, obviously. But yeah, like a Blend Machine is where he started. Jair's only lost a spot. Mats went from first, but he's now in 6th. And that 9th to 11th place, they've only lost a spot each. So a lot of guys not too far away from where they started. And I'm looking on Fallen Monkey's screens because he's got a better definition TV than me, and that track looks absolutely soaked. Absolutely soaked. As he's trying to catch the safety car queue, and I'm starting to think that the full wets, like, I can understand now looking at this screen why he went on the full wets, because like this track's having trouble drying out on the racing line. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see at least one person dive into the pits here on full wets in the coming laps. Are you seeing this? Like, right on board with one of these guys, they can't see a thing, especially where they're going to get started racing.
But it's
again.
interesting. As soon as you said we might see one driver dive and get full wets, the only driver on the full wets dives in and changes back to intermediates. So maybe not, but I definitely see. Yeah, they can't see a thing. I'm looking at who should I? Yeah, I'm looking at Matt's. This is just under safety car pace, and it's already getting quite hard to see. So. Don't think we're quite there yet. I mean, the rain is definitely It doesn't really look like light rain anymore. I think it's more of a transition in
Yeah.
between the two.
It's
Are we
Kludenberg,
going
I
to
think,
see it
is
now?
going
Here
to be
comes
the first
Kludenberg.
one.
Is he going to do it?
No, so only Kludenberg. Sorry, I thought Damsey dove in there, but looks
Astunic.
like
Astunic did too.
Astunic's gonna
Are these
dive.
for full wets?
Yeah,
They
that's why I
are.
thought, because Astunik actually jumped Damsey in order, but just further on track. So Astunik diving on those full wets. Yeah, we're seeing some drivers on the full wets already.
I have to look out for Astunic, catastrophic, or Kludenberg and Jordan. Definitely on the restart for sure. I have to compare the pace between the inters and the full wet drivers. But yeah, I like it. A little bit of gambling with strategy. I like it a lot.
So some good strategy calls here. I think we're going to see these guys at the front of the grid as soon as probably some more people deciding, you know what, I probably should have done that, and also pitting under safety car. So,
Under safety car though, that's the big difference between now, because I think it'll be coming in at this
if it
lap.
comes in now, then and the pace is truly faster on the full wets, then
you're going to see everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing that it's a little tricky to judge too is that when you're under safety car, the track doesn't dry up quite as much, right? So more water gets
what's
picked
going
up.
on here?
And
what's going on here in the back? Killing for Cash just stopped to let some guys pass. Interesting.
Not sure. Fallen Monkey's saying that people be behaving weirdly. Or is that what he said? I didn't hear. Yeah, so he's talking about that Red Bull killing for Cash, who not sure what he was doing. Probably ended up cutting a corner or something by accident. Don't think it's the safety car coming in this lap. I don't think it is.
No, it's not. Wow.
So if I'm a guy on intermediates, I would dive into the pits
right
for
now.
full wets. It's trying to get that hint there
Damsey's
to that Alfa Romeo
out.
driver across the room. Damsey's
No, they're
staying out.
out.
The Machine is staying out. A lot of people staying out.
Muddock's going to dive in, or Spoon, one of the two.
Yeah, so Fallen Monkey's going to
will.
dive in from 7th. Muddock is going to dive into the pits, gets a 5-second penalty for good measure. Not sure why the safety car is not in yet. These guys are going to have to rush and catch the queue here. They're getting sent to the back there, but it's not too bad of a back to be in, knowing that a lot of the guys in front of you are going to have to pit sooner rather than later. I don't think, the Inters, they can't be the right tire to be on.
No, not right now.
It's way too wet. It's like you can't see anything under safety car. These guys are going to stay in there. They don't want to give up track position. And it shows to the spirit of a racer, you know? Like, yeah, you know, I could pit, but then I'd lose track position.
But there's a 1 next to my name right now, and I want to keep it that way.
Exactly. So these guys, they're not willing to give up for much. They're gonna see, you know, if I can stay out here on the inters, I'll gamble it. I'm good already. If there's another safety car, it'll let me dive in. But willing to gamble on a very good position, especially a guy like Damsey. Although I don't think we should be questioning his strategy calls too much this race.
And I think the one thing that Damsey's got going for him is that none of the guys in his direct that are reasonably directly behind him are on the wet tires, are on the full wet tires. So I think that might help him out a little bit. So, because if Blend Machine or Jay or Matt were on the full wets, I think, he might have had a bigger issue. But look at how packed up they're getting. Oh my gosh, calamity! And we always see it.
Yeah,
at every single restart.
Did I see any damage? I didn't see any damage. So maybe
I think the Ferrari's getting very close. I think I saw some damage on one of the Ferraris before this incident, or before the
Damsey's gonna go early here, but he's gonna slow down a little bit in these corners. Yeah, those are very, very wet conditions here, as our top 7 are gonna try to get through turn 1 in one piece on these inters. I'm just gonna scroll through them, see if see anybody going sideways, but everyone getting there cleanly. And what's the spray looking like? Let's pick somebody who's in the thick of things, and let's run on board with Jared, who's right behind our 2 leaders here. And it's actually not as bad as I expected. We have Lucy facing the wrong way again.
Poor Lucy, seriously, was the first to gamble on the full wets. Next lap, put back on the inners, and now it's finally time again for the full wet. So he's been in the pits a lot.
doesn't seem like he can get a handle on them. We're gonna have to see if he does have a spot here, because that's not the kind
Spoon
of
and
driving you want
Stunek.
to see in a league.
Spoon and Stunek are actually they're battling it out. Looks like pretty equal pace between the full wet and now. Well, as I say that, the Stunek loses a little bit
We
of
have
ground.
two guys going wide there, in 12th and 13th, killing for cash on the Red Bull, and a little bit sideways coming out of one of those corners. Jer is close behind Blin Machine as they're coming around the final corner here. Is he going to have a go? He was a 10th away during this lap. He's getting a little bit closer here, but this is not the time to make a move. He's just going to have to outmaneuver him through turn 1, and look at that. Yeah, he's already a little bit close to Blin Machine, but not close enough yet, as he's eager to make that move
Stunek
here.
has gone into the pits. Is he saying maybe full wets aren't? It's not
he's
the time
back
for
on the
full
inters.
wets, and he's back on the inners.
Yeah. So as Stunek, first one to go,
And
you know what?
the depth changes to full wets.
Yeah. So maybe the full wets aren't a good idea, aren't as good of an idea as we thought, but I'm seeing some similar pace here. You're looking at Klunenberg, who's actually no, he's fallen back. So
yeah, maybe it's not time for the wet tires.
Maybe it's not. We're gonna, it's straddling the border here. I think these guys are gonna stick out on the full wets. Are gonna see the rewards of them sooner rather than later. Doesn't look like it's getting any lighter out there, and we expected rain, heavy rain, through this race. So once again, Damsey making some very, very key strategic decisions that it looks like anyone who's mimicking getting the rewards for it. Jamer Mario sideways on our back straight here. I think he just had a little bit of a spin. No harm, no foul there, as no one was near him, as Damsey's coming around here to finish lap 24. We've got 11 laps left in the Tier 3 German Grand Prix. We've got Tier 1 right after. They're visiting Belgium, also in dynamic weather. So we might be seeing a lot of offs at Eau Rouge if it gets a little bit drizzly later in the race. That's starting at 4 p.m. EST, which is exactly in 53 minutes. So, got to finish this one first, though, as we got a good full-rate battle for the lead here. They're closing in on Lucy, who's all the way at the back. He's going to ghost. That won't be an issue.
Bloomberg switches to the intermediate tire.
Yeah, so we've got another guy here going back to the inters. I'm seeing some guys pretty close together here, but looks like that was all for naught as they split up rather rapidly as soon as I tried to switch over them. And this is where the race is at. We got our top 4 within, we got another safety car apparently. That has to be the last one.
Yeah, that's 5.
And so we should be going green now till the end of this race. Because we had a VSC and had 4 safety cars, if I recall. And that's 5, that's the maximum you can get. So, Mushroom here, he's, this message was from a while ago, but he says that he's predicting Blin Machine to win. I would disagree at this moment, but to his defense, he did send that near the start of the race before we knew Damsey was, Superman today. But, let's tune in here. We're under safety car, gonna tune in with Fallen Monkeys. Who's what's the word on strategy right now? What's the word on strategy? What's the call?
It's inters. You gotta go with inters. See a lot of drivers going back in for fresh inters.
So he's saying Jeff is telling him the inters are the better tire right now.
Yeah, you just saw a lot of drivers go from full wets to fresh inters.
No,
but now are we going to have to see
he's in 11th.
If we stay this light rain for a little bit longer, will we have to see a pit stop for new inner tires? Because these guys at the front are on 10 lap old.
The front, yeah, they're going to have to pit again more than likely. I don't think that inters do 20 laps. I might be wrong, but I definitely don't
Killing
think
for
he's going to be doing
Cash
laps.
and UK, yeah, Killing for Cash is in a great situation right now. Fallen Monkeys is as well, or yeah, he is too, and so is Spoon. I think Fallen Monkeys actually, yeah, you'll have to get off of the wet tires, but Killing for Cash and Spoon, Astunic and Catastrophic. If the leaders have to pit again, they're looking at a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, Fallen Monkey's insider information. He's heading into the pits this lap, putting on the inters,
Uh-oh.
so he's going to try to minimize the loss here. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring, but just looking at that cloud cover both on his screen and
I
ours,
don't know, man. It
it's
looks,
looking
the
like it's
rain is,
brightening up.
really,
I do think so, and
the rain looks like it's coming down pretty hard.
we haven't seen any pace from our wet tire runners though.
Yeah, that is true.
We've only seen pace from those guys on the inters, so I don't think it's wet enough for the wets. But yeah, so he's going to dive into the pits here as everyone queues up behind the safety car. He's going to lose some spots here, but back into 14th, and that's as far as he's going to drop.
The deck is the only one who's gonna brave it out. Looks like on the full wets.
So basically, we're going to have 3 groups of people. I think between now and the end of the race, we got our 5 leaders here on the old inters. They stuck to the strategy. They're on those tires. I don't think they're on them till the end, because something tells me that they're going to be losing their grip by the end of this Grand Prix, provided the safety car doesn't stay out too long. And then we got our guys that pitted recently. They can last till the end for sure. That's Killing for Cash, Spoon, and everyone all the way, basically everyone all the way down to the field, except for the deck. He's on the full wet, so basically if it starts raining more, the deck and our 5 leaders, they're going to have a better call, I would think. They're going to be able to get on the full wets and not lose too much time. Or the deck can actually just stay out, and then everyone's gonna have to, everyone else might have to pit, but the way it's looking right now, I don't think we're gonna be seeing any more pit stops today. One thing I do have to say, kudos to these drivers, especially considering the wet weather conditions. They've kept it remarkably clean so far. We've seen some great battles. They're going to be doing another lap under safety car, I think, which actually ends up playing very well in the favor of those guys on the inters, as they get to use those tires a little bit less. Oh, so Jeff is saying that the wet's gaining their pace a little bit, as it might actually be being a little bit more wet. Nobody knows what to do with these tires right now.
This is insanity.
Yeah, so light rain in 10 minutes time, word from Jeff. So I think it is
Apparently
getting a little bit
right
later.
now.
I would think this is heavy rain. Spoon handed a 5-second penalty.
Which I like the way that this game works, so that just because it's heavy rain does not mean that you need the full wet tires.
No, absolutely. Well, it's like that in real life too. They only really pull out the wets if it's like we're talking about like it's borderline of a red flag. You know, most of these drivers, I think they'd rather be not racing at all than racing on the wets. So,
as you saw, the real German Grand Prix started on full wet tires, but then immediately following that,
yeah,
you
I think
saw
some guys were
pretty much everybody
too.
get on. Yeah, pretty much getting on inner tires.
So we're gonna have, I think, should the safety car come in this lap? Oh, UK Coxie with a 10-second time penalty. He's probably gonna appeal that. He's in 5th place right now. That's gonna cost him dearly.
10 seconds?
And that looks like it was coming out of the hairpin. So that should, I can't see us upholding that. That's very.
I've never seen
rough,
a 10-second track limit penalty before. That's wow.
Unfortunately for him. Safety car is in this lap, word from race control. So we're going to get off here, and we should, everyone clustering up there. As that's Lucy just going right through. And he's in the front. Getting another comment here. Cruz says this will get interesting. It will. This is going to get very interesting. We're going to have 7 laps to go here on between now and the end of the Grand Prix. Damsey is going to get started now. I think he's going to start accelerating slowly. He gets to say. And looks like Fallen Monkey's just getting mixed up here.
Oh, Damsey!
Whoa. Yeah.
Damsey was very close to turning it around.
Yeah, so Fallen Monkey's getting a little bit of of glitching under the safety car here. That's going to cost him some time. We're seeing Klunenberg pit. He probably took damage under the safety car. Jer falling far behind our leaders. So this looks like a two-pony race here between Blinn Machine and Damsey. Jer's actually under attack from Maps, clawed his way all the way back up into fourth from first, but, you know, also ninth. And looks like our
Blinn
four
Machine
guys.
closing.
UK Coxie took some damage under safety car there. He's missing half of his front wing.
Oh,
That's
Blinn Machine's
gonna
gonna
cost him.
slow down. Blinn Machine nearly ran into the back.
Getting very close to the leader there. We're going to
Made my
stay tuned
voice
on
crack.
these guys. They're putting on one hell of a show. And Damsey, he got into that lead early. Oh, Blinn Machine goes deep, and luckily for him, don't know why the game did that, but he ghosts through the back of Damsey. That just saved his race. That would have been at a DNF.
What in the world? How did that? What?
I'm as equally confused as you. Blinn Machine ghosting through Damsey.
How many times I wish that would have happened to me?
Completely missed his braking point, and getting
Saved
so
by
lucky
the
there.
game. UK Coxie, has he been turned around? He's losing a lot of spots.
He's missing half his front wing, I think.
That might explain it.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to pit again. Fallen Monkey's in 14th after that little incident. He's getting very close to the cars ahead of him. We're getting that's a Ferrari sideways. It's UK Coxie getting spun around some more. He's just dropping spots here, and look how close Jared's getting to Blinn Machine here in the front. They're fighting on the podium places. No one happy to just take home the trophy. They want the bigger trophy.
Another 10-second penalty.
And yeah, I think UK Coxie has just accumulated penalties now, and so because of that, they're more severe. So we're gonna have to take a look at those. I don't think he can do much considering he's missing his front wing, but he didn't pit, which is odd. So Jared, look at that. He's going to look a little bit down the inside. We got 3-4 guys. Look at our leaders here. All very close to one another. This is going to put up for one amazing end of this race. Jordan getting close to the deck under braking. Jordan's actually going to make a move here on the exit. He's on the faster tire compound right now on those inters. And Fallen Monkey's getting close to this little trio of cars ahead of him. But in the front, it's closer than ever. Jer and Blinn Machine and Matt all chasing down Damsey, all on those old inters. They made the right strategy call. They stuck those tires out, and they went on the right tires early, and now they're all leading. They're all close to each other. And Killing for Cash is 3.6 seconds behind.
Damsey really wants these guys behind him to start battling so he can get a little bit of an edge. Because I think Blinn Machine is faster, but Blinn Machine's had to deal with Jer. So the more that these guys battle, I think Damsey, that'll really, really help him.
It's a good idea for Damsey now to actually not drive as fast as he can. He wants those guys behind him to bunch up and fight and hopefully, you know, take time away from each other, maybe even push each other off track and out of the fight. So it's in his best interest, especially that there's no DRS activated right now, to let them fight, let them get close to each other, and let Blinn Machine stay close to him. As Jared, look how close he's getting. He's going to think about the move. He's not close enough. Blinn Machine breaks really deep. He's actually going to make a move on Damsey. Blinn Machine, how did he do that? He was so far back, and he gets the move done, forcing Damsey off track. No one saw that coming. Even Jer didn't see that coming, and he was trying to take the spot away from the McLaren. Amazing move from Blinn Machine here, and he's going to leave this race, and he's already starting to put a bit of a gap here as Fallen Monkeys, he's very close to your Skoketch as I'm looking on the other screen and me thinking, and no, he's not. So there's going to be a battle here in the back sooner rather than later. We're going to tune into this very quickly.
Damsey's under fire now from Jer.
Killing for Cash and Astunik fighting here in Sector 3. Jer still close to the leaders. And Jamer Mario under fire from Yuri, and actually Yuri, oh, that's Mutta. Okay, he's a lap car, just kind of making his rounds there. But they're fighting everywhere on track right now. Let's tune into Jer, who's gonna try to mount a challenge on Damsey, maybe take the position the same way that Blinn Machine did. And like you were saying, it looks like Blinn Machine is way faster. The deck out, so deck's out. What happened there? Turn 1, so yeah, we're gonna ride on board with Jord, and yeah, he's on the inside. Oh, parked in the middle of the racetrack, facing the wrong way. So the deck is out. And Spoon trying to make a move on Stunik around the outside of the hairpin there. Not going to go
There
Jer.
goes
Thinking
Jer
about it
down
on
the
Damsey.
inside.
And they're going to go side by side, but not side by side enough that they have to give each other room. There you go. Damsey edging out ahead here. Just barely as they made a tiny bit of contact. Matt's ever so close to the two of them. Blend Machine's loving this. What's happening now is exactly what Damsey was hoping would happen when he was in the lead. These guys are fighting and they're jostling for position. They're costing each other time. And Jamer Mario spins out as well. He's out of the session. That's where Sergio Perez binned it in the real life Grand Prix. Right on board. Where is he? Yeah, exactly at the same spot. So he's out, loses it. So we're down to.
Oh, Jared's lost it.
Cars. Oh, Jared. There goes Jared. So Jared spins out. He's down to 4th. This saves Damsey, and this gives Mats. Oh, he's already back on the podium. He's close.
Here comes Killing for Cash.
And Killing for Cash is actually going to make a move on Jared sooner rather than later. So Jared getting loose. Maybe those intermediate tires running out of grip late in the race. We got 3 laps left, and everything is unfolding now. Matt's not going to make a move here. We're going to ride on board with Killing for Cash. He's both under fire and trying to attack Jer here. As Stunik going to think about making a move. As Stunik trying to go around the outside. This is dangerous on a wet track, but he's going to make it stick, is he? He's going to try to get the better acceleration, but Killing for Cash gets it, defends 5th position. I think Spoon just made a move on Catastrophic. They're going to go side by side here. Oh my goodness, they're still side by side into the braking zone. Catastrophic just taking the track that he wants, not giving Spoon any room. And they're fighting here in the midfield, trying to get as many points as they can, but they're keeping clean. This is excellent racing. As Stunik trying to close in on Killing for Cash and get the position away from that Red Bull driver. We're going to ride on board with Spoon here, who has a very good view of this battle ahead. And see if we can... yes?
No, good. No. I was just saying that Gernman actually just came into the chat and was like, Jer's going to win this race. He's got a hunch about it. And then right after the curse...
Gernman absolutely ruining Jer's race here. Look at that. He's down in 4th because of you, man. And is that what you really wanted? As Spoon getting close to Catastrophic. They had a good battle last lap. Let's see if they can repeat it this lap. As Stunik trying to get Killing for Cash, and that's also his. So both Mercedes are fighting for position right now. Fallen Monkey's managed to claw his way back into the points from 14th. He's following Yuri Skocek, and I think that's just one of the lap cars here. So of Muddock, yeah. So he's only fighting the Williams right now. As Spoon gets past Catastrophic, I missed that. And I'm seeing these arrows here, and I'm not sure if something's happening or not. Sometimes they just pop up. As Stunik takes 5th place from Killing for Cash. So he's having another good race after that Singapore race last week. Oh, gets a big moment there. Saves it, though. My goodness, the rear end stepped out. But as Stunik, he's on point today. He's saving that car. Spoon and Catastrophic, they're still fighting. And they're battling all race long so far. Spoon, with
starting the final lap.
Yeah, with that weird strategy, did not qualify, went all the way through the field, but not as well as Damsey, who is now in 2nd. He's gained 17 places today. Win or no win, that's a race I'd be proud of.
No kidding. Leading for the majority of this race too.
And yeah, so it looks like this is the field at the front has settled a little bit. We only got Spoon and Catastrophic fighting right now. They're both following Killing for Cash, but I think only Spoon's going to be close enough to even think about a move here on the final lap. Everyone else is slotted in to their basically their respective slots. They're not going to be fighting too much, but Killing for Cash so far showing more patience than Spoon. And I think that's going to be it, to be honest. I can't see Spoon getting too much closer. Blend Machine, he's rounding the final corners now, and it's going to be, is this his first win? I think this is his first win.
I think so.
In Tier 3. So good for him. Spoon is very close. Actually, look at that. They're under fire. Catastrophic too. Getting in there, making some contact and pushing Spoon. So Spoon's going to lose a position here as Blinn Machine wins the race. Jer comes across the line 4th. So the podium is going to be Damsey and Jer actually as Matt takes some penalties. Astunik finishing 5th. Killing for Cash finishing 6th, 7th, 8th. That's Catastrophic and Spoon. And excellent end of this race here.
Oh, Yuri's out of
Yuri's
fuel.
coach actually runs
Yuri's
out of fuel.
fuel.
Monkey's in the back.
Yuri's out of fuel.
Gets the position right on the last corner.
Oh!
Fallen Monkeys brings home that extra point right at the end. Right out of fuel for the Williams. Oh, that
the
sucks.
Screams, the yells. Love it. Out of fuel at the last corner. And
screams of joy for Fallen Monkey there as he gets the position late in this race. He's tired. That looked like a solid, hard race from everyone here. We've had a couple of DNFs, but all of them due to the rain. No bad driving here. And so that's Blinn Machine, Damsey, Jer getting the podium places. So this brings Blinn Machine very close to Jer at the top of the standings. Damsey picks up quite a good chunk of points too. Jer's going to extend his lead to about 115 points, but he's so Coxie, he needed a good race today. He did not get one. He's going to stay near the 72-point mark, and Blinn Machine should leapfrog Damsey because they're tied right now. So Blinn Machine's going to be in 2nd place of the championship right now, and should shake everything up. We're taking the week off next week, the April break, because it's Easter, and since people are supposed to gather with their families and not be at the race, but that's not happening. So we're gonna be off for Tier 3 next week. We're gonna be back the week after, but we aren't going too far for now. We got Tier 1 in just a little bit, we just have to set up the new lobby, get the drivers in. We got about half an hour until that. Blinn Machine, Damsey, Jer, Mats, Astunik rounds your top 5. Killing for Cash, Catastrophic, Spoon. Fallen Monkeys getting the position on the last corner over the out of fuel Williams, rounding the point positions. Excellent race so far in Germany. I think we had a monster race, some good battles, side-by-side action, and some drama. Carter, what are your thoughts on this one?
The kind of races that you just love to watch. Changing conditions just throws in a complete curveball. So well done to all these guys who were able to manage it.
So looks like a lot of guys gaining a lot of position. Damsey gaining 17 spots. Excellent race. We'll be back in half an hour for our Tier 1 race. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm ISRL Knight. ISRL Carter's here with me in the booth. Say bye-bye. He's already gone. All right, too bad.
That caught me so off guard.
So we'll be back in about half an hour. We got a Tier 1 race. Fallen Monkeys is going to be in the commentator's seat, and I'm going to be in the other seat in this room racing. So hope you guys have a wonderful half hour. We'll see you guys soon.